Now, organisers of an international aid flotilla trying to deliver aid to Gaza faced multiple drone strikes south of Crete in Greece yesterday. Crews reported no serious injuries but noted damage to sails and rigging on some boats, with one sailor suffering a minor burn. South Africans aboard the Global Sumud Flotilla have insisted they will not be intimidated. For the latest, we are joined virtually by activist iNkosi Zwelivelile Mandela, who is part of this delegation of a few South Africans that are on board this flotilla to try and deliver aid to Gaza. It's a pleasure, iNkosi. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you all? How are you holding up? Please talk to us about this latest incident.
Good morning, Leanne, and all your viewers on Morning Live. We are a group of 5 South Africans who have joined the Global Sumud Flotilla, sailing to Gaza to bring the much-needed humanitarian aid. We must also acknowledge that there were 30,000 of us that registered for this mission. So few were able to get on sea and many remain at home, supporting the Global Sumud Flotilla from their home countries, with the many millions that stand in solidarity with the Palestinian cause. Ours is simply to break the blockade and end the siege that has been ongoing for the past 18 years, enabling humanitarian aid to flow freely into Gaza. And we have witnessed intimidation and various threats from the apartheid state of Israel, with both the family boat as well as the Alma boat being bombed through drones while we were in Tunisia. But yesterday, about 2 days ago, we had several drones hanging over our heads. In our own boat, the Alma boat, we had over 17 boats, 17 drones that were hovering above our heads. And various ships were bombed, about 8 we are told. And this has been a desperate measure by Israel to ensure that they break our morale and instill fear amongst our participants.
Yeah.
But this has simply united all of us on board behind the cause to ensure that we get this humanitarian aid to those that need it most.
Okay, so just to confirm, you're all fine. Nobody was injured during what you have described to us. So mission is still on track and you are all fine.
We are all fine thus far, and
Okay.
we are all clear on achieving our mission.
Yeah.
And Leon, the most important thing here must be noted that this is not about us as the participants in the Global Sumud Flotilla. It's about the Palestinians in Gaza that have been subjected to far worse than what we have been exposed to in the couple of days, a few weeks that we have been on this mission.
Yeah.
So we would like to call on the entire global community to put their eyes on Gaza and ensure that you document and you share all the atrocities that are being meted out against the Palestinians.
Yeah.
This is what we should be all focusing on, ending the genocide and the systematic ethnic cleansing that has been ongoing for the past 77 years.
And this is certainly, we understand at the heart of all of this, but obviously we watching from afar are concerned for your safety as well, and watching with immense interest that you are safe as you do this. But, you know, we know that Israel has promised to stop this Gaza-bound flotilla at all costs, claiming that the vessels are trying to breach a lawful naval blockade. Have you all discussed this? When or what would it take to stop this? Have you looked at safety procedures? Because obviously you are going to face a lot more as you move forward.
Yes, the next couple of days, Leon, are never going to be easy. We all understood the challenges and the risks associated with this mission, particularly because we are dealing with a brutal and ruthless entity, that being the Zionist state of Israel, who doesn't care about life. And we have seen over the past 2 years in the manner that they've carried out the genocide against babies, women, journalists, doctors, and the list is endless. But ours is to ensure that we look into international law, and we know that we have done everything under our means to follow international law as well as maritime law. We are within our rights to carry out this mission. And therefore, an attack on the Global Sumud Flotilla will be a violation of international law, maritime law, and basic human rights.
Yeah. Just in terms of responsibility for who is behind this attack, I mean, especially as Israel's foreign minister threatened to stop this fleet from reaching Gaza, do you know, firstly, who is behind this? And has an incident report been filed with Greece? Because I imagine that this happened, as you say, close to Crete, so it's in the Greek waters.
Yes, we do have a full legal team that is working on that since we set sail on the 31st of August from Barcelona, and those that joined from Tunis. So the legal team is constantly with the Global Sumud Flotilla, and they are recording all the incidences, and they have been lodged with the various legal entities.
Yeah. I just want to ask about the legality of all of this, because I know that what Israel have said is that that they've repeatedly invited the flotilla to drop the humanitarian aid in an Israeli port, leaving it to the Israeli authorities to take it to Gaza or else face the consequences. I think one must ask you the legal basis for proceeding. How do you answer claims that you're breaching a lawful naval blockade? Is there any legalities to this allegation?
This is an illegal blockade that has been ongoing for the past 18 years. There has been various resolutions undertaken at the International Court of Justice, as well as the International Criminal Court, as well as the United Nations. The enforcement of this is what has lacked. And we are very clear that the Palestinians in Gaza have an access to a port, have an access to their coastal sea line, and this is where we will be entering.
Yeah.
If we are intercepted or we are blocked, that would be a violation of international law and maritime law. And let me apologize, our crew is arriving now, as we are the boat that is assisting in refueling other boats, and as well as providing fresh water and food to all other boats.
Yeah. Nkosi, we thank you so much for your time, and we know what you're doing, but we wish you the best of safety as you go on this journey, because it's a long journey, as you've said. The next few days are certainly not going to be easy. Joining us from the seas out, I think still around the area of Crete, Nkosi, or actually I don't know if he is still there. Nkosi, whereabout are you now? Apologies, I was going to let you go, but I just want to find out exactly where you are.
We are not allowed to
Okay, fair enough.
such information because of security reasons.
Indeed, and that we respect very, very much so. Nkosi, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much, Leah.
An absolute pleasure. Nkosi Zwelivelile Mandela. Now, he is a part of the delegation of several South Africans, I think 5 South Africans as mentioned, speaking to us about a drone attack on the Gaza flotilla. They're hoping to reach Gaza and deliver this much needed aid, and also highlight what is happening in Gaza, and as they describe it, an apartheid that has been ongoing for far too long.